So, what if I told you that the biggest rivals in the entire AI race just decided to join forces to build a common language for their AIs? Well, that's exactly what's happening. And it all kicks off with a huge move from Anthropic. And to really get why this is such a massive game changer, we have to start with a really fundamental problem that every single AI model has. Right, so to understand why this is such a big deal, we first need to talk about a major challenge that all AI models face. It all comes down to a problem of connection. Okay, think of a powerful AI model like a brilliant brain just sitting in a jar. It can think, it can reason, it can write amazing things, but it can't actually do anything in the real world by itself. It's completely isolated. For an AI to be really useful, to book flights or check real-time data or manage your calendar, it needs a way to connect to all the apps and tools and services we use every single day. And without a standard way to do that, it's just chaos. But what if there was a kind of universal translator? A single standard language that any AI could use to talk to any tool. Well, it turns out there is. And it's been quietly, but very quickly, taking over the entire AI world. It's called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short. Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is like a USB port, but for AI models. You don't need 100 different plugs for all your devices anymore, right? Well, with MCP, there's just one standard open way to connect an AI to pretty much anything. It's basically a shared dictionary that lets an app say, hey, here's what I can do, and lets the AI instantly understand how to use it. It is the key that finally lets that brain out of the jar. And listen, when I say it's been taking over, I am not kidding. In just the 1 year since Anthropic introduced it, the growth has been, well, it's been absolutely explosive. Let's just look at the numbers. Get this. There are now over 10,000 active public MCP servers out there. And we're not talking about a few developers tinkering in their basements. This is everything from tiny little dev tools all the way up to huge deployments inside Fortune 500 companies. The scale is just immense. And this really shows you how deep the adoption goes. Developers are downloading the official toolkits, the SDKs, which are basically the instruction manuals and building blocks for using MCP, over 97 million times every single month. This isn't just some popular tool. It's becoming a core piece of the entire AI development ecosystem. Now, this is where it really hits home. Look at these names. We're talking about the heavyweights. ChatGPT, Gemini, Microsoft Copilot. The biggest AI products and coding environments on the entire planet have already built MCP right in. That gives it some serious, undeniable credibility. Okay, so you've just created one of the most successful, most widely adopted technologies in the fastest growing industry on Earth. What do you do next? Well, if you're Anthropic, you decide to give it away. And this is where the story gets really interesting. And this has actually been their goal from the very beginning. From day one, Anthropic has been saying they were committed to keeping MCP open and making sure it wasn't owned or controlled by any one company. And this latest move, it's the ultimate proof that they meant it. Which, of course, brings us to the big question. Why? Why would a company just give up control of such a valuable, industry-defining piece of technology? Is it just them being nice, or is there something bigger going on? Well, the answer isn't just about who they gave it away from, but who they gave it to. See, they didn't just throw it out there for anyone. They actually put together a literal super group of the biggest players in tech to be its new guardians. So here's how the new setup works. On one side, you have the Linux Foundation. These guys are the ultimate neutral party for open source software. They manage giants like Linux and Kubernetes, so they absolutely know how to handle technology this important. And then, working with them, they've created a new specialized group, the Agentic AI Foundation, or AAIF, which is going to be laser-focused on the future of this tech. So who's in this foundation? This is the part that's truly wild. Of course, Anthropic is donating MCP. But look who's right there with them. Their biggest rival, OpenAI, is also contributing a project. So is Block. Seriously, in the hyper-competitive world of AI, this kind of teamwork is almost unheard of. It just shows you how important this is. And as if that weren't enough, look at the support team. It's a who's who of big tech. Google, Microsoft, AWS, Cloudflare, Bloomberg. They're all kicking in money and infrastructure support. When you see all of these rivals betting on the exact same thing, you know it is a massive, industry-wide shift. Okay, so we've covered the what and the who. Now let's connect all the dots and get to the really important part, the why. Why does making this protocol open and neutral matter so much, especially right now? The answer is actually hidden right there in the name of the new foundation, the Agentic AI Foundation. To get the why, we have to understand what that term even means. Because, folks, this is the next great leap for artificial intelligence. Agentic AI isn't just about asking a question and getting an answer. It's about AI that can act. It's about systems that can take a really complex goal, like plan my entire trip to Tokyo, find pet-friendly hotels, book the flights, and make restaurant reservations, and then proactively use tools to get every single step of that plan done for you. This is the future they are all building towards. And to build that incredibly powerful future safely, the whole industry seems to agree that it needs a clear game plan. Step 1, you establish an open standard. That's MCP, the common language. Step 2, you let the entire community build cool things on top of it, not just one company. And step 3, you put it all under neutral governance so no single player can control it. This one big move accomplishes all three. So here's the crucial takeaway. By making the universal connector for AI an open public resource, they are actively trying to prevent a future where one single company owns the app store for AI agents. It's a massive strategic move to guarantee a level playing field because they're betting that an open ecosystem will innovate faster and more safely than any closed one ever could. And that leaves us with this one pretty fascinating final thoughts. For the very first time, the biggest competitors in AI, Anthropic, OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, are all working together to build a single shared language for their creations. The question isn't if they'll build powerful agentic AI anymore. It's what kind of world are they going to build together now that they all speak the same language?